day after that, this Abby came to pick up Peyton because she didn't drive there. So I was like, hey, and she was like, hey guys, we left. Yeah, and we left. They left. I was still there. And then that night, Reese and Matt had a hockey game because they're like in the beer league or whatever.
Okay.
And no one wanted to go. I'm like, I want to go to the guys' hockey game. That'd be kind of fun. So I went. Peyton came for like Reese, you know, because apparently that they were paying after that. Peyton came and then she brought Abby. So I was hanging out with Peyton and Abby the whole time talking. And then afterwards we went to go get pizza or something like Jack's. We're all hanging out. And then we left. And then the day after, I saw like I had someone add me on Snapchat and it was Abby. And I was like, okay, I didn't know her, so I added her back. And then I was like, she texted me and she was like, hey, do you want to go, I gotta go Halloween shopping today, do you want to come with? I'm like, I also need to go Halloween shopping, sure. Picked me up, we went to Spirit Halloween. It was like, it was weird because I did not know this person at all.
Okay.
And then I was like, hey, we got Halloween costumes and stuff. And I was like, hey, we're gonna go to Matt's parents' house in Schoolcraft because he's like having a party. She's like, all right. I'm like, also my little sister is having a party at my parents' house because my parents are gone. So I'm gonna stop by there and then come back to Matt's if you want to come with. So it was me, Lex, and Abby went to my parents' house, hung out with my sister and her friends a little bit, which was weird because they were all trash. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now. So I'm going back to Schoolcraft to Matt's, and that's when Abby was like, she was like, hey, I think I'm going to a frat party. Could you take me back to Kalamazoo? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm like in Schoolcraft. I'm not gonna take you to Kalamazoo. And she's like, that's fine. My friend lives down the block from where you guys are going. Dropped her off there, and she was like, how long are you gonna be at Matt's? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. And she's like, well, if I'm still up, I'll like Snapchat you later or something. I was like, okay. Went to Matt's, it was kind of lame. So then I came back, I was only there for like half an hour. And then Molly and Lex also wanted to leave. So I was driving them back. Also, pulled into our house that night, there was a dude on our front porch. As I was pulling in, I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, does Trayvon live here? And I was like, dude, I talked to you about this 2 weeks ago. He doesn't fucking live here. Get away from my house. He's like, oh, I was just checking, because this is a frat house. I was like, it's not. He doesn't live here. No one lives there that's named that. He's like, oh, just wondering. I'm like, he doesn't live here. Get the fuck out of my house. And he left. And I dropped him off. I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. It was like 2 a.m. And Abby texted me and she's like, I'm super drunk and can't stay anywhere. Can you come get me? And I was like, can't you just sleep where you're at? She's like, no, I'm at the frat, so I can't sleep here. And I'm like, that is fair. You probably should not sleep there.
All right.
And I was like, where are you at? She gave me the address. It was like 5 minutes from my house. So I'm like, whatever, she can sleep on the couch or something. I picked her up and she was walking to my car, threw up on the ground, kept walking, got in my car, and I was like, Jesus. I gave her some water, got back to my house, and I'm like, okay, you can take my bed. I got my pull-out bed. And she's like, no, I want to sleep in the same bed as you. And I'm like, I'm good. I can take the pull-out. And she's like, no, just come sleep. It's fine. I don't care. I was like, I'm not going to pass up sleeping in my bed, bro. Okay. Got in my bed. Okay, I didn't want to be a dickhead because she was hammered. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything.
She doesn't fucking care what bed she's sleeping in.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, nothing's gonna, she's hammered. I'm not going to be a shitty, I'm like, I'm not going to play that. Laid on my bed, immediately like rolled over on top of me and fell asleep. And I was like, alright, I'll just go to sleep. I eventually got to sleep, and then I woke back up, and she was like completely on top, like straddled on top of me asleep. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like halfway off my bed, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall off my bed. And I was shaking, I was like, Abby gotta wake up. Get off of me, I'm gotta fall off my fucking bed. Well, not get up. I go to move her, and I touched bare ass cheek. And I was like, oh. And granted, I did not have that much to drink. So I know, like, I wasn't like, what the fuck did I do? Do I just not remember? No, it's just like, that's weird. I know nothing happened. So I like look around, and there's her fucking panties and their sweatpants on the ground next to my bed. And I was like, now I don't want to wake her up. Because if she wakes up, she's like, why don't I have clothes on? Me, just some random dude she knows, be like, I don't know why you don't have clothes on. Like, how's that gonna sound? I'm like, I don't know why you don't have your pants on.
That's fair, that's fair.
But then I was like, what the fuck? And then I went to move her and I put my elbow in something. I'm like, did she like drool? And then I was like, oh no. And I was like feeling my own legs, and I had cotton sweatpants on. My whole like right leg, because she was sleeping on the right side of me, was soaked. Whole right leg, and like I was like, no fucking way, dude. Threw my phone flashlight on. Massive fucking wet spot on my bed. My pants were soaked, and I was like, I didn't piss myself. It wasn't me. I was like,
It was
geometrically, where the stains are, could not have been me, right? It's like, it was not me, just doing the math. And I was like, this chick just pissed in my bed, bro. I was like, and like a lot. She pissed my pants. Her pants were fine because she must have took them off before she pissed herself. But I'm thinking it's when she was laying on top of me is when she pissed herself. So it was like bad, and I was like, dude, no fucking way. So I like shoved her off me, and I got up, turned my lights on, and I was like, Abby, get up. And she's like, and I was like, you just pissed the bed. And she's like, huh? I'm like, you're laying in piss right now, and my pants are wet. You pissed the bed. And she's like, oh, I'm real messed up. I'm like, yeah, no shit. You fucking pissed everywhere. Still didn't have clothes on. I'm like, I need to strip the bed. And I had that mattress topper on. I'm like, I can throw that in the washer at least, because I didn't go through the mattress topper. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's alright. So she's like, want me to help you bring it down to the washer? I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, and then she went to walk in my room. I'm like, do you want to put your clothes back on? And she's like, oh shit. Nah, that's fine. And I'm like, you don't have clothes. You have no clothes on. I think everyone's sleeping, but my laundry room's in the basement. She's like, oh, it's fine. So I was like, what the fuck? Taking all my sheets down, with this chick butt ass naked following me, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Put all my sheets fucking in my washer, went back upstairs, pulled my pullout out, got my sleeping bag, gave her some like other sheets. I'm like, okay, good night. I'm sleeping over here now. And next morning she woke up and she's like, I don't even go to sleep now, or go home now. I was like, okay, I'll take you back to your fucking car, that's like 5 minutes away. And she's like, hey, hopefully we hang out again, I'll Snapchat you. And I was like, okay, never hung out with her again. No. I was like, dude, and the worst part was my roommate saw us leaving with her like, with holding clothes. And she's like, they were like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, trust me, it is not anything that you're thinking happened. It's actually the complete opposite. And I was like, they were like, oh, you have a fun night last night? I was like, no, I didn't. Nothing happened, and I got my pants pissed. And I was like, yeah, that's it. No one else is in my bed ever. Cannot handle it.